What's up, guys? How are you? Welcome into a Wednesday morning episode of the Daily Juice Podcast with me, Matt Perrault, at Sports Talk Matt, to follow me on Twitter. This podcast being brought to you by BetMGM, and the first bet offer, a $1,000 first bet offer for new users with the promo code JUICE at BetMGM.com. Okay, that was brutal. I've had bad nights. I've had nights where I've gone like 2-8 before. I don't know if I've had a night where I've gone 0-8. I lost every single bet I made yesterday. I always get 1 or 2 if I'm betting that many games. Like the personal plays went 0-4. The official plays went 0-4. The official plays lost. I mean, we bet over 6.5. The game fell 6. How did the Toronto game fall 6? They had an open net for 4 minutes. That game was wide open. Toronto scored 2 goals. 2 goals? Florida Panthers. Woof. How about that? They steal game 1. That game fell 6. I bet the Knicks minus 6.5. Game ended 6. Knicks win by 6. I bet under 228, the Warriors and the Lakers. The game fell 229. I mean, holy. Even the Kraken, who are still playing at the moment. I guess I'm not 0-8 officially yet. Let me see. Is that game over yet? Did they blow it? The Kraken blow it? Oh, no, it's in overtime. So it's 4-4. So the Kraken could win. I guess I could get one right. If the Stars come back, who were up 4-2, by the way. They scored 6 goals in the first period. 6 goals in the first period in that game. 5.5 was the total. It went over in the first period. People that I really respect, bookmakers in Vegas that I know that are really good at hockey, no one saw that coming. So that could have been like the one anomaly. The other 3, I lost by a total of 2 points. 3 bets, 2 points. That, my friends, is why sports betting is so difficult. That is why the books are open. 11 versus 10. And their numbers are really damn good right now. I mean, they are good. Coin flip one way or the other. And unfortunately, it's an 0-4 night. And I think I'm down 4.5 units, which just kills the bankroll when you combine the personal plays. I mean, that is just a swift kick to the gonads by a donkey. Hard 2 foot in reverse right into your midsection. That's going to leave a mark, all right? So what happens on nights are nights after I get killed. I always turtle. I always go, wait a minute, I'm not looking at the board right. I got to be careful here. I just put myself into a big hole. You know, we're basically down 3.5 units or so, or 3 units, depending on the math. I'm not exactly positive on the math, but I laid minus 125 on that under, so that definitely hurt. You look at it, and you just got to kind of go, wait a second, let's just take a step backwards here for a second and let's just evaluate. There are 2 hockey games tonight. There is 1 NBA game tonight. If I bomb tonight, I may look at baseball, which is nuts, but I've been monitoring baseball quite closely. I've been looking at a bunch of different teams, trying to figure out when am I going to start to kind of leave the playoffs and start to kind of get into baseball a little bit more, because we're getting to that point where we're approaching Memorial Day, where we're going to be kind of required to bet baseball. Like this comes, the part of the podcast that's always really difficult is May, June, and July. Those are the 3 hardest months because this is where you have to bet things like golf. And if you're not watching golf every day and handicapping golf, you can struggle. So, yuck. I apologize. If you bet the personal plays, I'm sorry. That is not a typical day for me. That is a very unique situation, but I got blasted yesterday. So we're gonna go light here today. I've got 2 bets for the podcast and 1 bet potentially that I will add. I will do 2 NBA player props coming up today. We will have that if I like anything. Okay, I shouldn't guarantee it. There's only 1 game, so I can't guarantee it. If I like stuff enough to bet it, there could be 1, there could be 2 NBA player props. There's only 1 game, so I don't like betting props when there's only 1 game. It does limit you. 2 games is normally my minimum to bet NBA player props. Only 1 game here with the Celtics and the Sixers. I don't know. I got to see. But before we give you the picks for today, and by the way, thank you for coming back after what just happened last night. I don't blame you guys if you're furious at me for what just happened. Upgrade to BettingPros Premium. This is something you guys can take advantage of. Simply by subscribing to Betting Pros, our YouTube channel, liking this video, comment underneath this video on YouTube. And when you do, you could win a free upgrade to Betting Pros Premium, whether you're looking for access to exclusive picks, top-rated player props, or custom analysis of your betting performance. Betting Pros Premium has tools to help you catch more bets. If you don't want to wait for the giveaway at the end of May, you can sign up today at bettingpros.com/upgrade and start betting smarter, not harder. Well, I'm going to try to bet smarter here, given what just happened, but we've got the Devils and the Hurricanes here for game number 1 of their best-of-7 series. So total is 5.5. I'm going to ride the streak here with both these teams in a first period under. I got minus 120. It's ticking up at a lot of these books. It may be 125. It may be 130 by the time you get it. I think as long as you go up to 130 and that's it, you're going to be okay. But I think the Devils and the Hurricanes are going to feel each other out here. I thought that was going to happen with the Kraken and the Stars, and it did not happen, okay? So if you want to fade this and bet the over, you can go right ahead. You may get plus money on this, over 1.5 goals. I don't hate it. This is just kind of where I am right now. This might be one of those weeks where I run ice cold, and it might be smart to fade me. I never get mad, okay? This is my job, is to make bets and plays every day, but you don't have to follow it, okay? You can fade me if you would like and say, Matt, I'm not interested in following your bets this week. I'm listening to this because I'm going to fade you. I never get upset about that. First period under, 1.5 goals. Devils, Hurricanes, minus 120, 1.2 units down on that. Hopefully you guys get decent juice. Again, don't go over minus 130 for that. The second bet, look, I don't like this bet, but I can't bet under for Edmonton and Vegas. And I'm not positive the Oilers are going to win this game. I think they're going to win this game, but I'm not positive. They won 3-1 in the regular season against the Knights. The Knights' only win happened in overtime in Edmonton. They lost both games at home to the Oilers. I lean towards the Oilers to win this game. I do in game 1. But I think the safer bet's the over, but it's only minus 115. This could fall 6. Very easily, okay? Very, very easily. Brossoit has been tremendous in net for the Golden Knights. Heck, Skinner's been good in net for the Oilers. But every game went over of the 4. You look at the way that the Oilers played at the end of their series, all their games are going over. In the beginning part of their series for the Golden Knights up against Winnipeg, they kind of went through a stretch where it was under and then it was over and then we had a couple of blowouts. If it's a blowout, the under might come in. If it's 5-1, that's how you get to the 6 and it goes under. I don't love this, okay? But I can't stomach in an Oiler game on the road, the number 1 road team in hockey to the over, the Edmonton Oilers. I can't bet this under. I just can't. This is just straight a numbers play. I don't love it. I would like to watch this series to kind of figure out. Again, I lean towards the Oilers to win the game, but the official play is going to be over 6.5, minus 115 for the Oilers and the Golden Knights. I don't mind a gift in this game. All right, goal in the first 10 minutes. I don't mind that. That is a minus 175 bet if you want to go and bet the goal in the first 10 minutes. If you want to bet over in the first period, over 1.5 goals, that's minus 155. You can jump in on that if you would like. All right, so under first period, under 1.5 for the Devils and the Hurricanes, and over 6.5 for the game for the Oilers and the Golden Knights, minus 120 and minus 115 for both those bets. Now, there may be an ad. The number is 10 for the Boston Celtics. This number should not be 10. If Embiid is out, we'll take Philly. All right? If Embiid plays, we're going to take Boston. But I need to know if he's playing or not, and then what the number is going to be. So in the Discord channel, I will tell you guys what the play is going to be. If Embiid is out, I like the Sixers. They're 13-5 straight up without Embiid. They play differently. They play more free when he's not on the court, and Boston takes teams lightly. Now, I think Boston's going to have their best game of the series coming up here in game 2. So this is a tough thing to bet. If Embiid plays, I think Boston could get out there, and I can't lay 10 points, okay? The one thing I might add that is a decent play to look at is first half team total points for the Boston Celtics, because they let me see what that number is at the moment. Because I didn't look at this yet. It just popped into my brain. Because it was 58.5 in the first game, and it flew over. At FanDuel, the first half team total for the Boston Celtics is again 58.5. Wow. Okay. So if Embiid isn't playing, I may switch. Okay. I may just take Boston first half team total over 58.5. Okay. I may bet that versus laying 10 points. Boston's going to have a very good first half. They're going to come out fired up and really mad, really angry after losing game one. They had a parade to the free throw line, to the into the paint, scored 40 points in the paint in game one. If Embiid's in there, that won't happen, but maybe they shoot more threes because Embiid's going to be in there. So check with me in the Discord channel as to what the bet's going to be. Most likely, if Embiid is not playing, it'll be Boston team total over 58.5 points in the first half. If Embiid is playing, let's see what happens to the number. How far down does it go? If it gets below 7, I probably would take Boston as well. If it goes up and we get 11, 11.5, 12, I think there's a good play on Philly coming in here. But maybe you can pick and choose which bet you want, either team total over 50.5 or Philly plus 11, plus 12. I'll probably be betting both of those games coming up, both those plays for this game coming up here tonight. But for right now, the two official plays in the NHL, under 1.5 goals in the first period, Carolina, their game tonight against the Devils, and over 6.5 for the game for the Golden Knights and the Oilers. Celtics and the Philadelphia 76ers, that play still to come a little bit later on today. BettingPros.com/chat is the website to log in to get into our Discord channel, or there's a direct link underneath me here on YouTube. Rough night. Let's lick the wounds. Let's get back at it. Let's try to climb out of the hole that I just made for myself here for the week. My name is Matt Perrault. Follow me on Twitter @SportsTalkMatt each and every morning. It is the Daily Juice Podcast being brought to you by BetMGM.